I can't carry on like this. I literally had to just have a bit of a moment with that piece of toast then. Honestly, my eating disorder hates to admit this, but I thoroughly enjoyed that. That is the first time that I've actually allowed myself to have a piece of toast in the longest time ever. I hope everyone's doing okay and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about how I cannot carry on this way anymore. The first thing I want to talk about is trying to please your eating disorder whilst you are in recovery. I am literally finding myself stuck in a place now where I'm still trying to please my eating disorder and doing things that aren't allowing me to get anywhere. So I'm just remaining stuck in the same place. I'm just not moving anywhere. I'm not moving forward, and it's extremely frustrating. Today, I've woken up in this mood where I really have had enough. I know that in recovery, this can sometimes happen, and that feeling can also dwindle away even faster. I'm gonna make it my mission now to literally go absolutely all in with all of this and just do things completely opposite to what my brain has been telling me to do, because I genuinely cannot carry on this way anymore. If anybody else is also finding themselves in this position, just stop and really just think about, why are you pleasing your eating disorder? And just think about how much more time you're gonna lose obeying to what your eating disorder is saying or telling you that you can and can't do. It's not living, and it's not how I want to live. And I know that it tries to convince you that it's better to live this way, and you were happier when you were smaller, and you feel worse when you eat more. But it's all lies. It's really all lies, and you really have to just get past that frame of mind and thoughts and just see past it. I know that it's not easy, but you really have to start thinking now about your future and what you actually want to do with your life. Something that I'm gonna start to change now is portion sizes and quantity of food that I'm eating. Something that I've really been doing in my recovery so far is not having big enough portions and not having a big enough quantity of the food that I'm so-called challenging. My eating disorder kind of set a rule that I would challenge something, but I could only have this much. But that's not going to get me anywhere, and it won't for you either. So honestly, you really need to let go of these little things that you're still holding on to and still doing that are going to hold you back so much in recovery. The thing for me now is, the faster I can get over this and get through it, the faster I can actually start living my life again and doing what I want to do. Another thing I wanted to talk about is, it's so easy to make excuses up and to start lying about things again. Start lying that you don't like this food, or that you're not hungry, or making up excuses again. But who is that pleasing? Who is that really pleasing? It's pleasing the eating disorder again, and it's something that I've literally found myself doing time and time again. And it's so frustrating when you know exactly when and why you're doing it, but then it's so hard to switch the agenda and get out of that mindset and that thought pattern and process, all of it. Honestly, the only way through it is to actually just go against it and just put up that fight. Now you have to literally save yourself, because you literally have got one life. I know it sounds so cliche, but there is literally one chance at all of this. I don't want to look back and think, oh my god, all of that time that I spent doing all of this stuff, that when you really think about it, you should never feel guilty for making a piece of toast. Like, I'm feeling extremely guilty now for eating that piece of toast, but I'm trying to really switch my thought patterns now and say, no, this is gonna get you on the road to having your life back. Do you really want to start saying, oh well, you've done that today, so don't do it again? No, because that's not going to get you anywhere. I'm literally having an argument with myself here. This is what it feels like, but this is the reality of how it really is and how it can be in recovery as well. Something else that I've found myself doing in recovery is making a bit of progress and then going back to where I was a few days later, and then repeat. So I'll make progress and then I'll go back, make progress, then I'll go back. So I'm not actually getting anywhere. I'm just done with it now. So I want to just make progress and then make progress again And then, yeah, of course, we're going to have setbacks. We're going to have days where we feel like things are going bad, but as long as it's just a little bit and then you carry on, not just keep bouncing forward and backwards, because that is exactly what I've been doing at the moment. It's so easy to honestly make it look like you're doing really well and convince your eating disorder that you're doing really well, but you're really not. And it's all about being honest with yourself. When you start to feel like you could have done more, you literally have to stop and check in with yourself and ask yourself, is this enough? Am I doing enough? Is this challenging enough? And if it isn't, then you need to do more, and that's what I'm gonna start telling myself now. When I make my dinner or evening meal, I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna say, is this enough and could I do more? And if there's that slight inkling that I could do more, then I'm gonna do it. Something else that I've noticed that I've been doing in recovery is still comparing what I'm eating to what everybody else is eating around me, and that has to stop. You cannot go through recovery doing that, because you are in recovery and that is literally that. So you just have to remind yourself, no, we are recovering, we are healing our bodies, so it doesn't matter what everybody else around me is doing. Stop with the body checking. It's something that I still do, and it's just a constant thing, and it's so habitual that habitual that it's like I just automatically am doing it all the time. Whenever I'm looking in a mirror, whenever I'm getting changed in the morning, just all the time, it's just all the time body checking, and it needs to stop, because at the end of the day, whether I've just ate a piece of toast or not, my body is not going to show that. It's not going to change that fast, and I need to just realise that and kind of get it into my head. And honestly, if you struggle with this too, stop yourself and just say, no, we don't need to do that today. We don't need to do that any day. If it does help as well, covering a mirror or moving a mirror to a different place might also help. That is going to summarise this video, because I am tired of pleasing something that is not allowing me to go any further in my life, and I know that there's a ton of people out there also feeling this way. I hope that by watching this video it makes you feel less alone, and it also gives you a bit of a wake-up call as well, because it's time that I started being really brutal and really honest with myself. If I want to get out of this, I have to get out of it. There's no more, oh well, oh, but no, stop all of that, stop it all. Honestly, you just have to go. We have to go for it, because if not now, when? I was gonna end the video like that, but I thought that was a bit brutal. So anyway, if you did watch all the way to the end, thank you so much, and I'm so sorry if it came across a bit, trying to think of a word, sorry if it came across a bit forceful, but honestly, if you're finding yourself stuck now, the only way is to be harsh on yourself. Of course, it's okay to struggle, and it's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to have bad days, but honestly, you've got to just go through with it all. Know that it's incredibly hard. So you are strong and you can do it. Sending so much love. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.